Gladys didn't lay her vocal on at that particular time. She laid a scratch vocal on.
Gotcha.
And then we made the background from her scratch vocal. And
for the layman, what is a scratch vocal, Bubba?
Scratch vocal is when you just basically just say the lyrics.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Like you just
and no emotion, you just want to get the lyrics down so you can make the background vocals that would match with the lyrics in the song. Okay. So that's a scratch vocal.
Gotcha.
So she just laid a scratch vocal down. She wasn't going for it. And so time had run out in the studio, and we had a flight to catch because we had a gig. So we left the scratch vocal thinking that we would have another shot at it. We didn't. We went to the airport. We got on the plane, and Gladys said, I ain't feeling it.
Wow.
She said, I ain't feeling that.
Wow.
We can't leave that scratch vocal laying out there like that. We got off the plane, went back to the studio, and so happened we caught Joe Porter was still wrapping up.
Wow. And she redid it.
And said, Joe, put it back up. We want to give it one more shot, and then we're going to get out of here because we got to catch another flight now to get to the gig. And my little sister went in that studio, and what you hear,
she killed it.
Bam! One shot. Come on.
Again?
She's a one-take
man.
I swear.
Come on, man.
I swear.
My little sister nailed that sucker, boy. You could feel it all in the studio.
Yes.
You know, you could just feel it, right?
Yes.
So you're telling me 3 of your top hits
are all
one takes.
I love
That's
it.
all she needs.
Well, and
15 minutes, you done made 3 times.
Wow. And I thought I was talented.
No, listen to you, Chief. Anyway, man, my sister, man, I love her so much, man. She's just amazing, and she's gifted. She's talented. She's gifted. I love her, and she just have done a magnificent job.
Well,
But
Bubba,
I mean, all of you though, to have just started the group and kind of learn as you go, and not really have had like professional musical training,
right?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
like that is truly amazing.
Well, Bubba, I have to digress just for a minute because now I know that Gladys was hitting those one-hit wonders, and you all were choreographing your butts off. But one thing I gotta ask you about, because my wife and I talk about this all the time. Okay. All the time. Now, I want to know who came up with that skit when you were on with Richard Pryor. You have got to talk about that one.
Oh man,
that was funny as hell.
Yeah. Well, we had worked with Richard. We had worked with Richard before, and he was getting ready to do his debut, his pilot for his comedy show on television, and so he remembered us working together on tour. So Richard called on the phone and he said, "Bubba, I need for you guys to come over to the studio because I'm making the pilot for my TV show, and I want y'all to be on it." I said, "Okay, Richard. I'll get Baby Brother and Edward and Gladys on the phone, and we'll come right over there." He said, "I ain't said nothing about no damn Gladys. I ain't said nothing about no Gladys." And then he said, "I just want y'all to come on over here because we got an idea that we want to present to you." Okay, so we went over to the studio, and I'm going like, "Now what what the heck is Richard?" And then Shirley Hemphill said, "Richard, look at my lips. Just the pips. But I'm glad you saw the front part.
Yes.
But Shirley and Richard set that thing up, right?
They did.
And what we did was what we do normally, but they just played the track.
Right.
They made a track, and we just sung the backgrounds and like we normally do. And that's what you see. And man,
without a scratch vocal.
Yeah, without scratch vocal. And man, people were cracking up.
Hilarious.
They were cracking up, man. I'm saying, yeah, now that I look back, that was kind of funny.
Oh, that was funny as hell. And I have to ask you one more question. That I know Thinbad's busting at the seams. But I just this one last question, Bubba, I got to know.
Go ahead.
So now, Daddy could swear. Now, was that based on experience, or was that just good writing?
No, that was experience. Gladys, my sister Brenda, and me worked with my daddy in the backyard, man. He taught us how to cut wood and make, little things for the fence, because our backyard was open to the alley. Okay? And so he wanted to divide our property off from the alley. And we made this fence, man. It was a little bit weak. And we put the garbage cans up on a shelf that we made.
Sure.
And when the truck came through there, we were so proud, man. When the truck came through there, the truck was too big for the alley. It hit my daddy's fence, well, our fence, and the thing, he just tore the fence up. The fence collapsed. Bam! That's serious.
That's right. That's right.
And my daddy was cussing, boy. He said, blame it all. But he was saying a lot more than that.
Is that right?
So
I'm sure.
That's where Daddy could swear came from. So we wrote about it. My sister Gladys wrote about it.
So I take it. Now, don't tell me she hit that in one hit, in one try too.
I don't remember a time when my sister did too many overdubs.
Wow. That's awesome.
She did more overdubs when we were recording with Leon Silvers.
Oh yeah,
with the Silver brothers. Sure. Leon Silvers did. Leon Silvers and the Silvers family. We did more overdubbing with him than anybody, because he was after a certain sound. He wanted to take her to another level, right? To another certain sound. So when Saved Overtime for me, he would like duplicate her voice.
Really?
In different. Oh yeah, to get a sound that he was looking for.
Wow.
So and he did the backgrounds the same way. We used to have to double up, triple up lines and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So everything wasn't one shot.
Wow.
That's because he was, but it wasn't your sister's fault. That was him going after a particular sound.
Yeah, he was looking for a sound. So
purpose.
Yeah.
Because you could tell when you all been going as long as you have. I was listening to you talk when you were saying you're trying to make the best of a bad situation. I said, then there's another song. He done talked up another song. Just got to use my imagination.
Oh yeah.
Trying to make the best of a
bad situation. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You must have led into about 5 songs just telling stories.
Yeah, man.
You all were well known. You were probably the best known, quote unquote, backup singers.
Yes.
But it wasn't like you weren't part of the group. You were there.
Exactly.
You all were there.
Yeah.
As Richard Pryor pointed out, say, I'm gonna pull the Pips out. We just go ahead and Pips. No,
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And Paul Mooney. I had to give Paul Mooney credit.
Oh yeah.
Because Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney was on the phone along with Richard when they made the call. And because Paul Mooney, we had known Paul Mooney. We gave Paul Mooney his first comedic shot at the De La Soul in Los Angeles. It was a club over there in I like to say it Harlem. I didn't mean Harlem. I meant anyway, it was a club.
Really on the West Coast.
Yeah. It was a club over there. And anyway,
I didn't know that was a club. I just knew it was a rap group. I know. De La Soul. What's it?
Oh yeah, on Slauson. Yeah. Anyway, and anyway, Paul was a part of that conversation. I just wanted to add that because he was a big part of that, because he and Richard was one of Richard's main writers.
Right.
Yeah. He and Richard wrote a lot of jokes together.
That's why, man. He is funny. He is still funny to this day.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
He make folk nervous.
Yeah, he made a lot of people nervous with some of his comedy and some of the words that would fly out of Paul Mooney's mouth, and So anyway, but that's my buddy. I'll always be a friend of his, and that's Paul Mooney, man. That's my buddy.
No doubt.
Yep.
He goes all the way from Richard Pryor all the way up to Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
He runs the gamut.
Yeah, Paul can write some stuff.
That's when it's good, you can do that. Just like your all's music, it stands the test of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
And it goes through generation. Look, Ambezi knows some songs,
Man.
and her old pappy knows some songs.
Yeah.
Well, Bubba, we know that you have a lot of things going on. But lastly, before Thin Bad takes us out, talk to us a little bit about your current project. I know you're working on a song for the city of Las Vegas, Rock On. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes.
Rock on.
Actually, when October 1 came about and our city was in a really depressed, I felt like we were in a really down spiral. And I wanted to write a song to uplift the spirits and use the music like we were using our music to combat segregation and racism and all that kind of stuff. I figure like if I write this song, maybe the city will adopt this song as the theme. And so I just wrote it like saying, hey, man, let's look up. Let's be happy. Let's rock on because that's how this city is. We keep moving.
Sure. And how was it received?
It was received very well. I did the video. I did a video of it, and a lot of my family members was in it, and a lot of the Broadway in the Hood young people came and did the video for me. And Shahab Sakari, professor over at film at UNLV.
Sure.
He came aboard, and my son Craig wrote the part in the middle.
Okay.
And Craig wrote the so-called rap part.
Okay.
Because I wanted some things about the Aces and the Golden Knights, and he put all that together. And I was so proud of him because we couldn't get some real rappers to come through.
Sure.
So I told Craig one day, I said, man, you in New York and you did all of this stuff when you were in New York. Just write it yourself. Write that sucker, man.
Right. Do your New York thing.
Come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig.
That's
Craig.
Right. That's right.
So Craig
right.
wrote it, and it was really a good highlight of the song. And my friend Earl Turner came aboard, and I was so happy that he said, okay, I'll do it. So we went out to his house and recorded his part. And my sister allowed us to give a shot of her, and while she was in between gigs and working down in Palm Springs.
Sure.
We drove down there and shot and filmed her part.
Wow.
So anyway, I was happy with the project. The city didn't really embrace it like the way that I wanted them to do. And but all in all, I'm happy with the outcome of it. And I've always taught my children, Craig, Lord Bubba, Felicia, all of my grandchildren, follow your dream.
Sure.
If you feel like you got a dream and you got something in your spirit that you want to get out, do it.
Sure.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
I did it, and I'm happy that I did it. And I don't care if I'm the only one that's playing it. And you too, Mr. Chief. Thank you, Chief, for playing my song.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Rock On Vegas City.
I loved it.
And yeah.
And I saw it when I went to the UNLV football game, and you guys did it at halftime.
Oh yeah.
And people loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Thank you, I'm busy.
Yes.
And Thin Bad.
Yes,
Thank you guys, man, for playing our music, supporting us all these years, because I know you supported us because you know the stuff.
Right.
That's right. We were in there. Thank you for doing all that you did and following your dream and being obedient and using your gift.
Yes.
Yeah, thank Heavenly Father for it, man. I'm still
That's
here.
right.
Absolutely.
I'm blessed.
Well,
Yes.
Blessed a
Truly.
lot of us.
you sure have.
Thank you.
And I tell you, Bubba, this has just been an honor and a privilege to just have history sitting right here in our Broke as Hell studio. It really has been.
Bi-coastal, right?
That's right, bi-coastal, but just
International.
Yeah.
but just hearing how you did the music in one take, and the committee from Motown, and just the things you dealt with Jim Crow. I mean, just a real historical
It's a
piece.
treat.
Just a real treat.
Yes.
And
Thank
so we just so happy that you're here. And of course, how can people follow you, Bubba, or check out your video and so forth?
Actually, I think it's on Facebook.